Sunday afternoon. The weather's warmer. It's much, much better out there, warmth wise. In fact, I'm absolutely boiling. I've just took my jacket off because I'm sweating. And today's beer, lager beer, Marston's Resolution. Well, a very apt beer for today because it's my resolution to get the little shits, pardon my French, that have been in my shed next door. The not the beer, it's basically just the shed. The front of it, I didn't realise that the front of the shed had actually rotten away quite a bit. So there's an open walkway into my shed. So everything's out. There's no traces in there, but something was in there because they ate 2 blocks of poison that I put in, which tells you something, doesn't it? I've actually deployed a pet repellent in there last night, and I will be deploying a repellent in there permanently, so if they're underneath the little shed, it just sends them further afield, hopefully into somebody else's garden. It's not my bother. Look after yourself in this life, haven't you? So yeah, Marston's Resolution, premium beer brewed using only the finest hops and barley, full flavoured, refreshing, crisp and light, 4.7%. Since 1834, Marstons. And yeah, so I seen it and I thought, that's the beer. Resolution. My resolution is to fuck them off. Will I do it? Yes, because I do not take prisoners. I've just got a nice big piece of block of wood at the front, screwing the beams into it so that it actually solidifies the front of the shed. And then I've got to clean the shed out, give it a good hoovering. And I've got triple insulated foil, like I have in here. Don't do much, crap, but being honest. But what it will do, it'll help, sort the shed out, hopefully. So yeah, it's one of those things into, testing times. I mean, since Christmas, on the job front, it's great, albeit a bit lonely. But since Christmas Day, we had the essential eating breakdown. Then the TV in here broke. That's gone. Then we had a water leak in the kitchen, and then we discovered the old rat friends were back. In and around, they're all around. You can't get wherever you've got a shed or decking. There's a chance there's going to be rats underneath the bugger, or a food source. We've got people with birds across the road. It is one of them things. It is what it is, and the only way to deal with it is to actually hit them head on. So I'm actually putting new wiring into that shed now. I've never had wiring in that shed, and I'm gonna have a light in there, which would be nice, in the winter months to actually have some light. But what I will be doing is having I'm putting new lights at the bottom of the garden, and one on the octave room, one outside the beer room, new floodlight at the top of the garden, new floodlight at the front of the house. All helps you less chance of getting burgled with all that. Not that I've got oats in here worth nicking anyway. I mean, yeah, there's beers. Yeah, you can break into a shop and get thousands of pounds worth. It's not worth breaking in here because by the time you get a few out, there'd be a sledgehammer at the back of your head. Obviously, you've got to defend yourself, haven't you? Yeah, you come at me with something. Wham, bam. Oh, sorry. Yeah, oh. Plus you'd break your neck in my garden. I mean, it's bad enough me trying to walk down the paths when it's, when it's this time of the year, because everything's wet, and you slip and you're gone. And I've done it. I've gone down the decking steps, and it hurts. Yeah. So, quite a nice fruity aroma. I'm getting like a shandy vibe from this. Obviously, because it's chilled, it's really crisp. Yeah, amber pour, whitehead, definitely a bit of fruit on the aroma. Yeah, so today I'm in full-on war mood. Plus, it's given me the chance to give the shed a bloody good clean out. Get rid of that plasterboard that we've kept for, since we did in here 4 years ago now. And yeah, I'm not fussed about it. And it's got a bit of mould on it, so it can go in the bin. Smash it all up, get it all in the bottom of the bin. Dustbin men, good on you lads. sometimes you keep stuff and you never use it, and you either give the bugger away to somebody who can use it, or you just bin it. I mean, I recycle a lot of stuff, but yeah, you can't win them all. So yeah, been a good Sunday. The problem is now I've got the job of putting it all back in. I've got to finish off the wood at the front just to make it airtight, so it is absolutely bloody airtight this time. And go around the shed and try and just to make sure there's nothing, no possibilities of them being able to get in. I mean, if they're going to chew through the flooring, then chew through the foily stuff, which is awful to chew through for them. There's not much chance anyway, you know, so you can't win them all. But doing your best to prevent them doing that. It's funny, 16 years of living here, 15 or 16 years of living here, if not longer, and maybe 18 years. And only this last year and a half, we have any issues at all with any rodents or anything like that. We've had a couple of mice in the house, got in once because the stupid central heating bloke left a hole in underneath the floor. But now I've gone around all the air bricks. I've cemented round so they're perfectly, you know, there's no gaps where the concrete's gone. Check your bloody air bricks. And then I've used this metal gauze, so because we're in a 1920s house in Shield in Nottingham, and you need the air bricks obviously stop the damp, well, supposedly, and it doesn't. Not in our downstairs, it doesn't. We've got no cavity in between. There's like the smallest of gaps, and that's what causes a lot of the issues, I'm sure of it. But yeah, so I put a gauze on the air bricks now, so there's a metal gauze, so not even bloody earwigs can get through the gauze, but it breathes. So it's a crafty way of stopping certainly rodents getting through, and gives a bit of peace of mind, you know. Last year, when the rats got into the house, I honestly to God, it broke me. Suffering at work with issues, going from one job to the other, the stress of all that, have I done the right decision, have I not, you know, and I was in such a bad place. Got there, it seemed to be okay at the start, then I realised after a month I was there, I was already knew that it was a bad job, but I stuck it, and eventually I left, obviously, and in a much better place now, yay! But yeah, then we had the rats in the house, you could hear them scratching away at the underfloor, and you know, there's nothing you can do. You can't lift your house up and go, you little bastards, shoot them. And it's surprising, you know, how much it affects you mentally. One night I went down to the kitchen, sat on the kitchen floor, and I was like that, listening. And you know, when you sit down in your rooms, trust me, do it. Sit down when there's nothing on, late at night, everyone's gone to bed. Just sit there and listen. You'll hear floorboards creaking. You'll hear so many noises. And I tell you what, it puts the fear of God or death, you know, puts so much fear into you. And it's truly a horrible experience. I'm not joking. I'm sitting there, 45 minutes I sat there one night. The dog was sat next to me. And he knew. It's funny how your dogs and that, your family, your pets know that there's an issue. And he sat there with me the whole time. And it was good as gold. And it was only my wife who came downstairs and says, "What the hell are you doing?" And I was transfixed, could not get up. It got me so far, delved so deep into my brain that I was even scared to walk downstairs in my own house. And then you go into work and suffering as well. And I tell you what, if you suffer with mental health, please go and see somebody. Talk about it, talk to your friends and that. Even that freaks me out when I hear noises. I'm like, fuck that. And I start investigating. I can't not investigate. But anyway, that's getting repaired, getting rid of a load of crap. Dustbin's going to be full of crap next week. Sod it, eh? That's what they're there for. That's what you pay for. Yeah, I'm going to smash it to smithereens, get it all in the bin. And that shed's going to be like pristine by the time I've done. At least I know what tools I've got again. The tools that I've not seen for like 10 years. Like, oh, fucking hell, yeah. I remember buying that at one stage. Anyway, back to the beer. Yeah, a nice lager beer. It is not a beer, it is a lager beer. It's quite strange that Marstons, being one of the biggest breweries in the UK, you just call it a premium beer. I mean, bloody hell. We know it's a lager beer, not a beer per se. Nice bitiness to it. And again, 10 minutes. I keep trying to lower these reviews because they're getting a bit long, and I've noticed that I rattle on too long. Keep it about the beers, I suppose. Crisp, refreshing. Obviously, it's malty, but it is more of a lager beer than an actual beer. We know that, you know that. Yeah, very easy drinking. You don't really see it in the shops as much as most of the other lager beers out there. Generally only seems to show up in the likes of, I think Bargain Booze do sell it, but not many places do sell this. So it might show up in a 6-pack of Marston's beers now and again, which is quite funny being a lager, but we're not going down that road yet again. But yeah, tastes nice, does the job, and it's a you know, something different from your Carlings and Fosters and Stellas of this world. 5 for me. Nothing overly amazing, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be a lager, despite the fact that it says beer on the front. For me, about 4.1 out of 5. Yeah. And that's it for this review. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, subscribing. You know, it's great to have all the feedback, good and bad. I'd love to know who keeps disliking my videos, but I suppose just for the reason why, you know, maybe they don't like the beers, which is a valid point, I suppose. But then it's not my fault. There's a lot of beers that all seem tropical these days. It seems like everyone's bringing out beers that all taste the same. But you can't win them all, can you? Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers.